Hi everybody, it's Kayla. I'm just coming on to show you guys a few things I've been working on. So the past little bit I've been really into knitting. I haven't done much crocheting. Um, I think the only thing I did crochet recently was this little guy here. Just a little squid. Might as well share him. Not squid, jellyfish. But I'll share him. Just show you guys him real quick. But I wanted to share with you some of the things I've done because I'm still learning a lot about knitting. I've knit things in the past, but I've been really trying to challenge myself a bit with new things to knit. So I'll just kind of get right into it. So I knit this little baby cardigan. It hasn't been blocked and it still needs buttons, but it's a little watermelon cardigan. Super cute. And it's actually pretty simple. I was very intimidated by the little eyelets, which is the little holes, but quite easy. I can't remember if I have, oh, the pattern is on my iPad here. I'll go onto my Ravelry real quick and see if I can pull it up. But I've just been, my friends and I, like, we're all at the age where people are starting to have kids, and I'm not one of them. That's a long story. But I've been really into making baby things because I just keep thinking of my friend groups and things they're into and different things I could make for them. So I want to find that pattern so I can let you know in case you want to make it yourself. I think it's a pretty popular one, and it's a free pattern. I did make two of those ones actually. I made one in, so that is in DK, and I also made one in worsted, but I don't have it anymore. So it's the Watermelon Baby Cardigan by Stitchy Linda Designs on Ravelry. Free download, very easy to follow. Highly recommend. I just need to block it and add buttons. So that's been, I do not like sewing on buttons, so that's been kind of on the back burner for a few weeks now, so I just kind of gotta bite the bullet and do it. But anyways, while I'm on Ravelry, I'll pull up the other patterns that I've done. Okay, so here's one. So another thing I've wanted to try in knitting forever, but I was always very intimidated, which I was also intimidated by this in crochet, was cables. So I wanted to make just a basic hat that had cables in it, and I found the Basic Cable Hat by Anne Laird, and it's a free Ravelry download as well. I'll just show you the screen. I don't know if it'll be showing up the right way for you guys. I really hope so. So I just got some scrap yarn that I had and I knit it. And knit cables are so simple. They look complicated, but they're actually so simple. I was able to do this hat in no time. Maybe, I can't even tell you, a few hours, but still. And I used worsted weight yarn. This is using Bernat Super Value. But it turned out really nice. The one nice thing with knitting is it's really stretchy, and with this one you could roll up the brim too, make it more like beanie style. So I'm really proud of that one. I really like how it turned out. I will probably make more. Highly recommend the pattern. It's so easy to follow. Lovely, lovely pattern. Okay. I'm sorry I'm jumping back and forth like this. I just randomly decided I was going to record, so. Now, the next thing I wanted to challenge myself with was color work. So I haven't done a whole lot of color work in crochet, which I do want to do some of that eventually, but I really love the look of knit color work. So I had been knitting a sweater that had color work, but I was getting so tired of it that my mom finished it for me, so she did the color work part. But then I was scrolling through Ravelry and I found this. It's a little alien hat by Samantha West. And it's super cool. So my husband's big into aliens, UFOs. He loves the X-Files. So I thought this would be perfect for him. And I plan on making myself one too, just because I think it'd be fun. And it's a free download, and the pattern's written really well as well. The pattern calls for fingering. I used DK. I used Barocco Vintage DK, and I blocked this one and everything, and here it is. So he wanted just one color, because in the pattern it's she uses like hand-dyed yarn, so there's more like color flecks and stuff in it, but he wanted black. I told him I would go for dark gray. I did not want to knit with black. So I am so happy with how this one turned out, and it was, again, so simple. I even did my floats pretty well. Like, I didn't pull them too tight. So I'm just really happy with how this one turned out. And so is my husband. He was very impressed. So that's another thing I finished. And like I said, I'm working on one for myself, but I am using fingering weight yarn, and so it's going to take me longer. This one I finished in a few days, and I had to, because I used DK, I did one less repeat, so there's one less of this piece here. I believe it's either 1 or 2, and my decreases were different, so I kind of screwed up on the decreases. They're not perfect, but once it's on its head, you're not going to really be able to tell, and honestly, you probably can't tell too much unless you're an expert. And I am not an expert in knitting, so there's that. So those are some things I've finished. I don't think I have anything else finished for knitting. Yeah, because I've been working on one thing that's pretty big, and I've been having so much fun with this one. So this is a very well-known pattern. It is the Free or Fade by Andrea Mowry. I am doing it, so this is a paid for pattern. I'll show you the picture, but that's it. I'm doing it in DK weight. So this is the pattern. Very awesome pattern. Her pattern is written very well. And I'm using hedgehog fibers, so I'll show you, oops, sorry. I have a little bit of these colors left. The light's kind of bad. So I don't remember the color names. I kept the bands somewhere. Oh, hang on. Well, they're around here somewhere. Can't find them. But this was the first color I used. Then I striped in this one. And now I'm working on the blue. So I'm not done yet. But it's getting close. So it's on the knitting needles, so it might be a little messy. Obviously it hasn't been blocked, so it'll look even better once it's blocked. And I will try and make sure to show you guys once it is blocked. I just want to make sure I don't lose any stitches. So obviously I can't hold it out completely, but here's the first color into the second, and now I'm into the blue. And it's so much, I'm having so much fun knitting this one. It's pretty simple. The eyelet rows on this one confused me a little bit at first, and my stitch counts have been completely off the whole time, but I'm all about kind of fudging it as I go. So I've just been going with it anyways, and I've done increases where I'm not supposed to increase. So there's a few spots that have, like right here, you can see a little bit of a bump. I accidentally increased when I was supposed to decrease, I believe. Yeah. But it's so much fun. I'm having so much fun. I can't wait for it to be done. I'm probably going to work on this today. I also had to learn how to do this to carry the yarn up the side. So here I did it kind of messy. You can't really tell. I can because I'm the one who did it. But then by the time I got to striping in the blue, I got a lot more comfortable, and my seams look like you can't even tell. So it's just about where I'm carrying the yarn and all that stuff. So yeah, a lot of fun. So itching to work on that one some more. I'm also working on, my mom and I are taking a knitting class. Oh, excuse me. And we are doing DK socks, and I'm doing them on double pointed needles. So I have the ChiaGoo red lace minis set, the 9-inch circulars, but I wanted to again challenge myself and do them on DPNs, which I'm actually really enjoying, and I'm using all 5 DPNs. So I have stitches on 4 needles, and then I work with the 5th. And last night we did the heel, and my heel looks a little wonky, but it's still like, it just, the way the instructor explained it made so much more sense. So it was just kind of like, I feel like I can do it now. So I've been trying to do them at the same time, so not like 2 at a time on 1 needle, but I'll do like I did a cuff and then a little bit, and then I put them on stitch holders, and then I did the other cuff. But I think now that I'm past the heel and I'm just working the foot, I will just have to finish it at the same time, or finish one at a time. We'll see. By next week I have to be at the toe, and then because that's our last lesson, so that'll be it. But I've been having a lot of fun. My mom's a whiz at it. She probably didn't even need to take the class, but she seems to be having fun anyway. And we bought her the yarn for Mother's Day, so yeah. And then I just figured I'd share a few yarny things I got. So yesterday was my 29th birthday. I'm officially in my last year of my 20s. So my husband does not like buying gifts. He's always afraid I'm not going to like them, even though he always does great. So last year we decided that for my birthday we would spend the day together. So he took the day off. I had already been off. And we would go to the closest city to us, check out some stores there, and have some lunch at one of my favorite restaurants. And yeah, just spend the day together. And then he spoiled me. He bought me a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna share it with you guys. So the one thing he picked out himself was this mug, and I don't know if I'm gonna use it as a mug or if I might just set it in my craft room, maybe store some crochet hooks in it, but it's this. So it says easily distracted by yarn, and it is a yarn skein. I absolutely love it. I was checking out at one of the local yarn stores there, and he decided last minute that he needed to get me this, and I love it. So I just don't know how great it would be for actually drinking out of, and I'd have to be really careful washing it, so we will see. And then he did get me a little tape measure, but I forgot it in the other room. Not gonna worry about it. But there's one indie dyer in that, so they're from Barrie, I think. And I've been wanting to try their yarn because they have beautiful yarn. and I knew that this yarn store had some, so I went there to look at it because I wanted to see it in person before, instead of ordering it online. And I decided I want to do a crochet fade as well, so this one I'm going to kind of design on my own though, because I figure I have the skills in crochet to design my own. Knitting, not so much. So I got, they're called Full Moon Fibers, and this is their Comet DK. Excuse me. So it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 245 yards, and this color is Frank's real name. So it's this really cool pink, like hot pink in there with some orange and yellow. And then I got the same, so they're all DK. This one's called Bad Yarnfluence. So this one, so I thought those two would go pretty good together. And then this one came as a sock set. This is Blueberry Coffee Cake. So it comes with 2 mini skeins, but I'm just gonna save those for another time and just use the big skein. And it's the same thing. So it's this purple. So it comes with the red and purple mini skein, but I'm just gonna use this one and make a crochet fade. I'm not sure how I'm gonna adjust put the colors in yet, but these are the colors I'm using. I love them. I'm so excited to try their yarn. It's beautiful, and yeah, I can't wait. Oops, I dropped one. I do have some projects for custom orders that I have to work on, but I like having a project like that on the go because I can work on it on my lunch breaks at work, before work, and because sometimes I'll go to work early and because I get antsy, I don't like being at home, so I like to work on something in my car. I've been working on the Free Your Fade in my car, but once that's done, I'm going to need something else. I'm going to crochet a shawl. So, yeah, lots going on. Oh, I also bought this really cute pouch. I just have to share it. It says, "Stay humble, work hard, and pet cats." I'm going to make it a notions pouch. Keep some scissors and stuff in here. So, it was on clearance at Michael's, so I figured why not. I did get some other yarns at Michael's, but it's just like chenille yarn to make like amigurumi and stuff. So nothing too spectacular there. But I think that's it. I pretty much just like whipped through that. But it's been a really whirlwind of May. Was not a good month for my family. I'm not going to go into details. I'm just going to say we lost a few family members that really surprised us. So it's been hard for me to craft. So that's why I've been focusing more on like one project at a time. But starting to feel a little better about everything. I mean, it's a process, right? So it is as it is, unfortunately, but these family members I lost, I know would want me to keep going and keep crafting, so I plan on working my little butt off because I'm hoping to do markets in the fall, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, I think that's it. I've been going for almost 20 minutes, so I think I'll just let you guys go. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.